Did you see Alan Angels? I know they were using some wrestling school students, and these guys still look a whole lot better than a lot of old Atlanta TV job guys from the 80s. But Alan Angels looked like Skylo Low with tattoos. He's bald-headed. His upper body is the upper body of a human being at least 30 or 40 pounds lighter than his lower body was the body of. But anyway, he's a job guy. Okay, and I've said we ought to have squash matches. And why don't the main event guys ever win? And ever win convincingly over and just show what they can do? And so here's a chance for that to happen. Alan Angels versus Kenny Doucheface Olivier, who again came to the ring in an empty building, making faces, doing funny stances, and pointing all about. Just go back and fucking watch this. I'm not even going to goddamn critique any part of it otherwise than to say, this is once again why this idiot will never get over in the United States to any audience other than the cosplay wrestler audience and the do-it-yourself self-trained gang. Because he was doing a back and forth, doing indie spots with a left-handed midget that nobody's ever heard of. He sold for him ridiculously. He was countering and reversing with him like he was supposed to have a quote-unquote good match here. The guy kicked out of a fucking knee lift, the V-trigger or whatever his fucking sissy name is for his fucking knee lift. The guy kicked out of a knee lift, so then he picks him up and power bombs him and then hits another knee lift to beat the fucking job guy. After the job guy, even Jericho was trying to cover on commentary, was like, well, I didn't expect him to get this much offense. Nobody else did either, because it didn't make any fucking sense. That's not the way you get over. The only people that have ever gotten Kenny Olivier over to any mass audience is the folks in New Japan, and I guarantee you he didn't take a fucking guy out of the dojo for 2 weeks and be competitive with him on their television. This guy, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he never bothered to pay attention in wrestling school, which is why apparently he's only been to one wrestling school from his own fucking lips. He admitted that, and that's the one, the Deep South developmental, that they fucking didn't use him because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing and refused to learn, apparently. But anyway, go back and look at this now, everybody. There's your fucking top star. There's your big world's greatest wrestler. There's your fucking main event guy who doesn't know how to get over in the United States of America and is countering and reversing with a job guy. And you don't have to be a fucking magician or a genius you just have to be a top guy to know how to work with a job guy and still not just one tackle pancake him. You can make it a little interesting, but not like that. He's another one of these outlaw guys that's never been in a position of responsibility or importance, and he feels like every match you got to go out and have a great match. He's a fucking goof. I assume you went to take a shit during that one.
No, I mean, I agree with a lot of what you just said. To be fair, I feel the same way about when I see an old Ric Flair squash match and he gives too much to the job guy. And I've said that before here on the show.
But he was already over.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole point is if you're a top guy, you shouldn't be having competitive matches that go past 5 minutes with anyone who's not even on the mid-card, not even on the undercard. They're job guys. He's
not even on the card. Yeah, and Flair was criticized for doing that too, but he just wanted to fucking make sure people were stirred up, but at least he was already over. This guy will never get over. Well, he'll never get over for a variety of reasons. His sissy demeanor, his fucking bland personality, his nonchalant manner of fucking speaking in no discernible fashion about anything, his goofy matches that have no fucking logical sense, and his overall ballet dancer demeanor. But this is another reason. Anyway,